You either use the internet for fun or you use the internet to grow. You're here to grow. Welcome to TRS Clips.
Rest is so underrated, especially in our urban jungle. Rest is so underrated. Sleep is underrated. How are you going to be productive? And I give this analogy a lot in just a lot of my sessions where think of yourself as a boxer in a ring. Okay? Ding, ding, ding. Bell goes, you fight. There's no bell. You're fighting, you're fighting, you're fighting, you're fighting, you're fighting. What's going to happen to you? If the round doesn't end and it just goes into the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one, what's going to happen to you?
You're going to burn yourself out. A burnout's a problem you see often.
Absolutely.
But what is a burnout? Matlab, like exactly what happens? And usually what age is it at?
Right now it's coming way more younger than expected. Generally, we would think like burnouts come after many, many years of experience and many years in a particular system. And some people don't even recognize burnout because they are so hyped up on their own fuel, they don't know how to rest. Like we've entered a space where people don't know how to be and how to rest. Going back to COVID, people did not know how to be at home. All we know is the race, the rat race. There's no slowing down. There's no calming down. There's just like, yes, this, go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it. Pressure aa raha hai, yahan se pressure ho raha hai, this. Madam, ab calm. You don't understand. You know, we work in this organization. Understood everything. Boundaries are very important.
Professional boundaries, you mean?
Professional boundaries, personal boundaries, romantic boundaries. Boundaries are very important. You need to rest. Body needs to rest. Right? Just the way cars need to rest, you have your equipment that needs to rest. Human beings need to rest.
What are the symptoms of the burnout?
You will be falling back in work. You are not as productive as you used to be. Okay? Emotionally, all of a sudden, there's an upheaval. You find yourself being very erratic. You might be lashing out unnecessarily. Or you might be breaking down a lot. So burnout comes like that. Eating habits are very, very bad. Sleeping habits are very, very bad. Self-care is very, very low. Okay? There are times that your attention also gets very affected. So these are all those signs. Like, you know the work, you know what you need to do, but somehow you just sort of like, you blank out at different points. You could be the best at what you're doing, but if you don't listen to your body, at one point, it's going to override you and be like, it's time to sleep. It's time to take a nap. It's time to wind down, which is very, very important.
And what age did you usually see burnouts happen at versus now?
I am seeing it as young as in college.
Really?
At bachelor's level, at master's level. Before they're entering the workforce, they're like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done with it. Now I want to do something else. I'm also seeing people like as they grow academically, they're completely burnt out with higher degrees. You know, like their PhDs, where you have to really deep dive. They really deep dive and you don't have time for anything else, right? So I'm seeing it as young as that because of the demand of perfection, the demand of performance. You have to do well. This is the only way to do life, that you have to do it well, right? We see a lot that, you know, creativity is not given enough footage in any child's life. Sports, creativity. I am seeing trends change, but I also have a chunk of people coming and saying, पर मेरा बेटा, मेरा बेटी science कर सकता है ना? Can they do science? Yes, but then what? Like you are signing up the child to be miserable for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And they're doing what you want to do. Did you ask the child what they want to do? And the comeback is, bacha hai.
What does he know?
What does he know? Or what does she know? Children know. Children know. You have to garner that sense of self, that adult in every person. They know what they want to do.
I honestly feel the capitalistic perspective here is that there's enough money to be made in the world, and
Absolutely. I mean, look at what people are making money out of. We would never think that this would possibly happen at one point.
yeah, it's just parents need to understand it's not the 1990s anymore.
But it's what they have learned. So they will say that this is the formula, ye safe hai, ye this works. There's a lot of safety in what you know versus the unknown, right?
I'm hoping that content changes that going forward.
It is. It definitely is. But it's very neonascent. It's extremely neonascent. It has a lot of work that needs to be put in, a lot of fuel that needs to be put in. And what is convincing for parents to change now is visibility, when they can see that people are doing different things besides being your generic doctor, engineer, etc., etc. They are seeing that, oh, having your own podcast is a real thing. Or like being a musician now is a very real thing. Yes, if you don't put in the hard work, no matter where you are, you will fall.
New clips released at the same time that a podcast releases. This is TRS Clips. Make sure you subscribe.